Okay, so for a lot of us, coffee is a must in the morning, but some on social media are now saying it might be better to wait instead of going straight for that boost of caffeine. So we need answers. Here to give us some insight on this whole thing, we have Dr. Charlie Abraham with Dignity Health St. Bernardine Medical Center. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure to talk to a broader audience about this topic.
Of course. You know, I can imagine it's probably frustrating to get on social media and see all of these people giving tips and stuff when you went to school for a really long time to make sure people listen to what's actually right. So let's just dive right into it. There's a lot of people on social media claiming, hey, you should wait 90 to 120 minutes specifically to have your caffeine after you wake up. They're saying it'll make you, more awake. It'll help you more in the afternoon. Is that true?
So although we cannot predict with certitude how caffeine is going to work on each person's body, largely because there's a big genetic component to it, there is really not a strong evidence to support or refute this theory. So having said that, let's examine the veracity of these claims. Why should you delay or should you not delay your cup of coffee in the morning or tea? So the claims came from two main theories. One is the cortisol theory. So we know as in early morning hours, we have a bump in the cortisol level, the stress hormones, when we wake up in the morning, getting us ready to go on, continue on with our day. So it is claimed that caffeine may increase that stress hormone as well and compound the problem. But there is little evidence to support that, so that really does not hold much weight. The other theory is that caffeine works by blocking adenosine. Adenosine is this substance that our brain produces and accumulates in our body in our waking time to help us fall asleep at night. And the theory claims that adenosine will be at its highest right before you fall asleep, helps you fall asleep. So when you wake up in the morning, there's really little caffeine to counteract the adenosine because there's not much around in the system. Of course, caffeine lingers around in the body for hours. And even when it is metabolized, the byproducts of caffeine are more potent in stimulating the nervous system and blocking those receptors. So really, there is not much evidence to support that. So it becomes, to some extent, an individual choice. Now, having said that, if you're one of those who get only one cup of coffee a day, and you need your most mental focus and energy and physical performance later on in the day or early afternoon, you probably should delay that one cup of coffee. On the other hand, if you're one of those who just wake up in the morning and want to jump on a vigorous exercise and you only have one chance to have this cup of coffee, timing cannot be more felicitous. At the same time, if there's a social aspect to drinking coffee or tea, so if it is the time to meet with family, this is the only opportunity you have to connect with them, gives you a positive outlook on your day, brighten up your day and gives you more tranquility, then by all means have it in the morning. So it becomes really an individual choice.
I'm glad we're talking to you because you make way more sense than all the TikTok videos I've seen. Thank you so much. Okay, so a lot of us here on this show, we wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and we have like 4 cups of coffee a day. When is it too much? How do you, kind of regulate all of that? I also heard a long time ago, because I was getting migraines quite often, my doctor told me, hey, for every cup of coffee, you got to drink a glass of water.
Okay, so that's a very good question, actually. So what is too much? So in the United States, coffee is worldwide and in the United States the most used substance to help us stay alert and perform. It is estimated that about 90% of the adult U.S. population drink caffeine. And it is estimated that up to 400 milligrams of caffeine a day should be safe, although the practices differ between Europe and here. So when is it too much and what is the best time to have this coffee is a very good question. I will say this. Everybody's schedule is different. And like I said, we can't predict how your body's going to metabolize caffeine. But in the first half of your waking time, whatever your schedule is, think about the time when you need your most mental focus and energy, most concentration, sharpness, and also the time when you need the best performance. And probably 20 to 30 minutes prior to that, the quick answer is this is a good time to have your cup of coffee and not too close to bedtime.
That makes sense. You make a lot of sense. You know what, doctor? Thank you so much for being here. Dr. Charlie Abraham, you're the best. We really appreciate it. And next time I have a question about caffeine or anything else, we're calling you. We're not going on TikTok anymore.
Please, thank you. Maybe I should start my TikTok, but thank you. And,
You know
thank
what?
for
You
listening.
should. You absolutely should. Thank you so much. Enjoy your tea. I think it looks like you're drinking tea. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes. Thank you.
Of
Have a
course.
good one. Thank you.